So Alderfer gets her third try from the penalty corner. She inserts. Top of the arc, fake shot from Murphy. Colgate still batters it around in close, wide open, net and a goal. Alderfer right off the penalty corner puts Colgate on top. Just 5.5 minutes into the game, and the Raiders, who haven't beaten the Bald Eagles in the last 16 tries, strike first. Now inside looking for the striking circle. Lots of room. Kendall Siegel tries a backhanded shot. It putters around, and it's in. Who else but Costanza Lopez Zavala, the A-10's leading goal scorer, to pile drive the first marker for her team and even up this game at 1 apiece. In the 10th minute of action, Lopez Zabala halts any Colgate momentum, and now these teams are back to even. And she scored the equalizing goal last season. Lockhaven jumps to it. Close in, shot, and it ticks in. Redirection from Alexis Kern, her second goal of the season, second goal of her career. And suddenly, Lockhaven has flipped the script. After trailing 1-0, the Bald Eagles lead 2-1. It's time for the back half of action here at Tyler's Field in Hamilton, New York. For ESPN Plus, I'm Jesse Cook. Colgate at home trails to Lockhaven, and that is a familiar sound for the Raiders, who have not beaten the Bald Eagles in any of the last 16 meetings. And this one looked awfully similar to how it went nearly a year ago when these two squads last matched up. Colgate struck first, then a goal from Costanza Lopez Zabala answered back to tie up the game, and then Lockhaven jumped ahead to win it 2-1. Now, all that happened in the second half of action last season, and overtime. This has all been in the first 30 minutes. So if you were concerned that you were missing good field hockey, well, those concerns were well-founded. This is an exciting game early on, and the shooting totals have relayed that as well. 3 shots for Colgate. However, the maroon and white have not put one on goal since the first quarter. On the other hand, Lockhaven, wearing those white jerseys, has put up 4 shots. 3 of those came on goal in the second quarter. So Lockhaven has ramped up its action, but Colgate gets to start with possession. We're just a few seconds away from that first pass. That's Molly Lynch starting off. Rather, it's Grace Schmelzinger starting off for Colgate. She's on that forward line with Tyler Argalagos. We didn't hear her name called a whole lot early on, and she has not been called upon at all this season. No points, but she did have one last year. Now a long pass looking for Argalagos in the striking circle on the goal line. She centers, open net, ticked around, and Alice Walton cannot control it. Still a battle. A whistle blown for pushing, and that gives it back to Lockhaven. The Bald Eagles' first possession of the second half. Colgate immediately takes it back. Near side, that's Lily Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker, like Argalagos last season, had a goal, but has yet to put up a point on this campaign. Now, Lopez Zabala, her lead pass, one-on-one with the netminder, and Colgate breaks free. Alderfer with the defensive save, backing up her netminder and Claire Van Kempen. And we've seen Van Kempen put off some aggressive play in this game already, attacking scorers with the ball. That's resulted in a few spoiled opportunities for Lockhaven. Both goalies have made 2 saves total in this match. Quick spin move from Anna Lockhead. Either Eileen Bowe set her up at the 15, inside the striking circle. Lead pass, cut away. And a stick infraction called against Lockhaven. That gives the ball right back to the Raiders. Long pass, looking center. Alexis Kern, who had that second marker, cuts off. For Colgate, Rachel Alderfer opened up the scoring in the 6th minute, but then Costanza Lopez-Zabala answered back for Lock Haven. A long shot kicked away by Van Kempen that couldn't have been a goal regardless because it came from beyond the circle. So that long hit gives way to a free hit for Costanza Lopez-Zabala. She's on the 20, gives way to Alexis Kern. She encroaches, rips one, flicked up in the striking circle. Colgate struggling to clear, still puttering around in front down center. Everyone parallel to the grass. And Colgate comes up with another defensive stop. That's 2 defensive stops as a defense in the span of a minute for Colgate. Solid pass near side, sets up Lily Schoonmaker. Cross midfield. She rolls it over center, a give and go, and once again too long for Tyler Argalagos. That is the 4th time in this contest alone that Colgate has sent a cross-field pass that would have set up an odd number opportunity for its offense, but just put it too far ahead and it rolled out the end line. And a shove against Colgate gives the ball back to Lock Haven. Not a favorable offensive setup as far as numbers, and Colgate interjects again, proving that. Rachel Alderfer with her 5th steal of the game. However, it goes right back to Lock Haven. Spiraled off the stick of Anime Barbushka. And she's been a mainstay on offense, playing every game for Lock Haven. Although Colgate with an opportunity, one-on-one in front, tapped around, open net, shot is wide. Too close, but not enough for Chase Smilo. And that shows the prowess between the pipes of sophomore Kelsey Felix. She attacked the scorer, cut off her angle, and kicked the ball far enough away that she couldn't get a good shot on net. And that is probably the best opportunity that Colgate will have for some time because it's hard to get one-on-one with the goalie. Every time that Colgate has tried to lead an attacker close in on net, besides that, it's gone out the end line. If you hear the national anthem off in the distance, that's because this is not the only athletic competition going on here at the Colgate Athletics Complex. The women's soccer squad is taking on Vermont. This matchup on the field hockey pitch at Tyler's Field started at noon. That game, just across the way over a fence, is slated to start at 1. And whenever you put a field hockey game next to a soccer match, it always feels like the field hockey team is the one with a slight disadvantage when they have goal lines against each other, because if you miss a shot in field hockey, the idea that it could go 20 yards shy onto another field over a fence is laughable, but with soccer, you're kicking a field goal every time you try one on net. So, if you anticipate any chaos in this game, it might be a result of what's going on next door. Of course, you can watch all of Colgate Athletics on ESPN Plus through every season of the year. It's not just fall, not just winter, but also the spring and anything that might tick into the summer. 2-1 Lock Haven, about 5.5 minutes into the second half of play. Colgate opened up the scoring in the 6th minute. Defensive back Rachel Alderfer made the difference. Costanza Lopez-Zabala, who just lost the ball for Lock Haven, had the answer not even 5 minutes later with a goal of her own. Then it was up to Alexis Kern in the second quarter to put the Bald Eagles on top. And against a team like Lock Haven, it always feels like time is ticking just a little bit faster in close games because the Bald Eagles do not allow a whole lot of goals. Lock Haven has allowed just 1 goal per game across the first 2 contests this year. This was a team that only allowed 1.75 goals per game last season. There was a collision that sent Bronwyn Reese-Weideman to the turf. She seems to be all right. She's back up and running. And Reese-Weideman has an already decorated career, having played for the U23 Canadian national team this past season. High school, she was a provincial champion in her home province of British Columbia. She also had a decorated tennis career playing for the provincial team in that sport as well. Now near side, blocked away. Key defensive effort from Florence DeCroon stifled the Colgate offense, but the Raiders are back at it. Tyler Argalagos with the free hit. Actually, she sends it back for Lily Schoonmaker, so the responsibility falls to the Chappaqua, New York native. Inside the striking circle, jabbed around, still free, and Lock Haven clears. Anime Barbushka took the forehand and slid it to the sideline. We're halfway through this third quarter. Long hit, close in on net. It finds Twine, but it's from too far out. Any goal in field hockey has to come within the striking circle, so while that took an impressive and favorable bounce for Colgate, it was just a little bit too accurate. Now around midfield, batted around, the Raiders move left to right. Far side of the field. Looking for room, that's Grace Schmelsinger. Around the jab tackle. Schmelsinger took a lunge tackle, and that earned her possession. Colgate moving back at the 20. Flipped away. Another lunge for Lock Haven. Centering pass, cut off. Alexis Kern has been on both sides of the ball with her goal and 2 defensive stops already. Lopez Zabala clears the ball to the sideline and gives Colgate another opportunity to start fresh. Sarah Kilcommons takes the insert. She has yet to take a seat in this game. She's played every single minute from the opening pass. Anime Barbushka shoved Sarah Kilcommons off the ball, so Colgate gets a free hit once again from the far side of the 15. She dances back, barely kept in play. Centering pass, cut off. And another shove gives Colgate the ball. Backtracked. Ella Murphy closes in tight. On the goal line, she fires a shot over the net. And Ella Murphy is a dangerous name for Lock Haven because last season she scored that lone goal for Colgate. This season, Murphy still searches for that first marker, but she has appeared on the assist board, 2 of those this year. One of those came in Colgate's last game, a 4-2 loss at home right here to Sacred Heart. That was on Friday. Both of these teams are entering today off of short rest, both having played on Friday. Lock Haven also suffered a loss on the last day of the work week, 2-1 at home to Lehigh. Now inside, Hofsass's pass cut off tight. Abby Williams with her first defensive steal of the day.